YouTube Range Roz here. This is a video I've been humming and hawing and yesing and knowing and hesitating and procrastinating on making. But once again, I was watching a Alpha Omega Sim video on this topic. Alpha, what are you doing to me, man? Seriously. And he said some things in that video that made me really want to do this video. Uh, Now, I asked on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr. I have a Tumblr now. I'll put that somewhere eventually at some point. Um, you know, if people wanted me to do this video, I had some people say yes, but I was still sort of going, well, do I want to? Is this really something I have a right or any real knowledge to say anything? And after watching Alpha Megason's video, yes, because this is something that everybody on YouTube should be getting involved in. I am, of course, talking about fair use, the sudden influx of content claims and DMCA takedowns in the last few months, and most significantly, the recent takedown of Team 4 Star's entire channel. Now, before anybody freaks out, if you haven't heard about this already, their channel is up. I checked just before I started recording this. They have got their channel back, but it was apparently removed, and I can confirm because I checked it. It was gone. They were removed for breaking YouTube's terms and conditions. Now, one of the main tenets of fair use, as I understand it, I am not a lawyer. I don't have the intention span to read through a massive legal document like, and honestly, I haven't looked at any of the real. I've only. I don't want to edit too much of this video, so if I stumble over my words, you're gonna stick with it because this is something that uh, needs to be said without chopping and changing and making it look too uh, produced, I suppose. Right. So, from my understanding, fair use covers transformative works, including parodies. That is basically what Team 4 Star is best known for. Their abridged series, you got your Final Fantasy VII abridged, you got your Dragon Ball Z abridged, your Hellsing abridged, and all that sort of thing. What they do with those is they recut the episodes, maybe add their own scenes and effects in there as well, and then redub over it for the purpose of a parody, sort of poking fun at some of the Dragon Ball Z tropes and stuff like that. It's the very example. It is what should be put up on the front of YouTube as an example of fair use. And they were taken down for copyright infringement, apparently. Now, if they can be taken down like that, when they are, for even a couple of days, when they are basically the very epitome of a parody, what chance do the rest of us have? I mean, like I've said before, I've had copyright claims on my reactions, and that's an entirely different video by itself, whether or not that's fair use. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't tried to do this video till now. Because taking away those, I haven't really experienced the entire fair use problem. Right? I haven't had any of my videos taken down. I haven't had any strikes on my channel. So, what right do I really have to say anything, right? Well, here's the thing. As YouTube stands right now, as the way their content ID system is set up right now, it is only a matter of time. If I started going into the proper reviews, like, my opinion with, voiceover over clips, it is only a matter of time before I get hit with a copyright claim or a DMC takedown or a strike on my channel. Now, like I've said so many times, I'm not planning on making YouTube a job. This is just me having fun. But the entire situation of being restricted in some of what I want to do simply out of fear of some big fat cat in a suit rocking up and saying, you can't do that with our content, or, as has been seen in the past, even, we don't like what you're saying about our movie / TV show / music / video game. We're going to take that video down. And if you don't believe me that happens, go and have a look at Jim Sterling's channel. He has done several Jimquisitions on this exact same topic happening to him, where he has had videos taken down, his channel having strikes on it, basically because people haven't liked what he's saying. That is an abuse of the existing system, and it is happening. Channels are getting strikes and videos taken down on a almost daily basis because, you're saying bad things about our movie. We're going to remove that video. You're not allowed to do that. That's copyright infringement. The thing with fair use is that it's not defined. They don't tell you how many clips, how long clips you can have in a video or in any kind of work before they say, okay, no, you can't do that. People are getting pulled down, having copyright claims and DMCA strikes on their videos simply because of photos, stills. Nintendo does it all the time. It's one of the reasons why I'm so terrified of doing any Nintendo videos. Because I know what's going to happen if I try and put any gameplay up. They're going to rock up and go, nope, you can't do that. And I could get a strike on my channel. And I would like to do some Pokemon games. I would like to do some, LBX, Fossil Fighters, Fire Emblem. I'd love to do that sort of thing. Majora's Mask. I mean, I've never played that game all the way through. I would love to do that on a video for you guys. But I am terrified that if I do that, my channel's going to get taken down. So the question you have to ask is, what can we do about it? And the answer within the YouTube system is not a lot. I mean, if you get a copyright claim on your video, then, you can appeal, but the studio has 30 days to say anything about it. And that's 30 days they're still making money off you. And if you if they don't say anything and the claim, gets removed and whatever, they could then immediately just put that claim straight back on. There are no penalties for a false claim. They can just do it. The claim can revert back to you, and they can just put a new one straight on. Day later, boom, done. In the meantime, you can only do 3 appeals at a time, and if you do too many, well, your channel could be stuffed. What's fair about that? And YouTube knows that we don't have a lot of options. They're the biggest dog in town. And if you don't want to put your videos up there, you're not going to get the views. I mean, where are you going to go? Dailymotion? Metacafe? There just aren't a lot of really popular options for a format that allows longer videos. YouTube's basically it. And don't try talking to the studios. I've tried that personally. You send them an email, they don't respond. It's like, oh, YouTuber, we don't need to talk to this person. Can't contact YouTube either. You try and talk to them, you get a brick wall of a brick wall of automated responses. So good luck getting in contact with them. There are no options. We can't contact anybody that might be able to remove these things. Well, certainly no one that's going to pay attention. I mean, people will say, oh, there's multi-channel networks. Surely they'll help. Do I look like I've got a multi-channel network? I have 157 subscribers. I am small. I am tiny. All right? Compared to some of these big guys like PewDiePie or Markiplier or the Fine Brothers or, even Alpha. He's in the hundreds of thousands. At least. So, who have we got? Who have I got? Who's supposed to watch my back? Certainly not YouTube. I don't care. There's no one. There's nothing. We're on our own. And that, I suppose, is what finally convinced me to do this video. We're on our own, guys. The studios just want their piece of the pie, and YouTube doesn't care. It's just us. We, as a community, have to band together. And I don't just mean, you got the big guys with their hundreds of thousands of millions of subscribers sort of coming out and saying, we need to do something. That's not enough. That's not enough. It can't just be the big guys. Even if our voices aren't being heard. Us, the little guys, the guys with 10, 20, 100, 200 subscribers, less than 1,000 subscribers, heck, less than 10,000 subscribers. We have to be heard as well. We can't say it's not our problem. We're too small for it to affect us. It'll affect us. We'll find our channels down. And where do we go then? Nowhere. That's it. Game over. Nah. I ain't standing for it. You shouldn't either. It is time to stand up and be heard. Now, it's entirely possible that we won't be. We're just too small. But we have to try. We have to be as loud as possible. We have to be as out there as possible. No more hiding. No more saying, oh, we're not big enough to make a difference. No more waiting for the Doug Walkers and the PewDiePies and the Markipliers and the Alpha Omega Sins to say something. It is time for us to stand up or sit down and say, this is it. This is the end. I am not taking this anymore. It is time for us to tell Hollywood that we are done with their claiming of 10 seconds of our video because they want their 7 cents. It is time for us to say we are done with letting studios claim entire videos for a still shot that was on screen for 2 seconds. It's time for us to say to the people in charge, tell us what fair use is. Specify what we can use and how much of it we can use. It is time for us to tell YouTube, we're done. We're not being stepped on anymore. We're not being ignored anymore. And we're not letting you say the guys with the most money are more important than the people that have been making us money over the past 10 years. YouTube, Google, it's got to stop, guys. Your content ID system isn't working. And all it's doing is pissing us off. And you may be the big dogs now, but what are you going to do when everyone leaves? What are you going to do when everyone goes off to Dailymotion or to Meta Cafe? Or, someone like PewDiePie or Doug Walker says, nah, this can't happen anymore. And builds their own video streaming service from the ground up. Pewds probably has the money for it. And Pewds, if you see this, man, consider it. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe that is the kick in their ass that YouTube needs. One or some of their biggest guys getting up and saying, bye, I've got my own streaming service right over here. I just started with all that YouTube money you've been giving me. The rest of the community, sure, come on over. Fair use, you guys are fine. And to the studios, one more thing to the studios. All right? Now, when I emailed Bethesda asking what they're about, what their opinion of people doing videos, let's play videos of their games was, I got a response in a day. Overnight, I woke up the next morning and there's an email from Bethesda. Go for it. I emailed EA. And within 2 days, I got a response. We are perfectly fine with people doing Let's Plays. By all means, go for it. All right? The gaming industry has caught up. Most of them. Gaming industry in America understands YouTube and its future in entertainment. It's time to stop ignoring us, guys. It's time to answer those emails. It's time to contact people, not through copyright claims, but through the YouTube messaging system. If someone has done something in your video that you don't agree with, in a video with your content that you don't agree with, or maybe just used too much, for fuck's sake, guys, inbox us, contact us, open a line of communication so that we can understand what it is you want us to do. Because at the moment, we're flying blind. We don't know what you want. How can we? The second we put a video up, you guys are claiming it. You guys are putting DMCA takedowns on it. How are we supposed to know how to keep you happy if you don't talk to us? YouTube, same thing. How are we supposed to know what to do if you're not willing to talk to us? You can't sit there in your ivory towers and just hide behind a wall of automated responses and an automated system that is just chasing people away. It's just making people second guess whether or not they want to go on YouTube, whether or not they want to make videos, or if someone's just going to come in and claim them for 10 seconds of video, 10 seconds of music, a still photo, a screen capture. Where's the fair use?